Kenny Rogers, the silver-bearded legend whose unmistakable voice told timeless stories of love, heartbreak, and life's lessons, was far more than just a country music star. He was a cultural icon whose music crossed boundaries and touched millions around the globe. With unforgettable hits like The Gambler, Lucille, and Islands in the Stream, Kenny didn't simply sing lyrics. He lived them, pouring his soul into every performance and creating songs that became anthems for generations. Over a career that spanned decades, he toured the world, sold more than 100 million records, and charmed audiences with his warm stage presence and genuine charisma. Yet, as the years passed and the roar of the crowd faded, the final chapter of his life unfolded in a way that was far removed from the bright lights and thunderous applause. In 2017, after years of relentless touring, Kenny decided to step away from the stage, delivering a deeply emotional farewell concert that brought both him and his fans to tears.
He admitted his body could no longer keep up with the grueling
demands of life on the road, and he wanted to devote his remaining time to what mattered most: his wife, Wanda, and their twin sons, Justin and Jordan. Choosing family over fame, Kenny embraced a slower, quieter existence in Georgia, spending mornings on his porch, sharing meals with his boys, and reflecting on the extraordinary journey that had brought him from humble beginnings to international stardom. Friends recalled how sharp and witty he remained, always ready with a story, and how he valued not material success but the virtues of kindness, humility, and leaving behind a legacy of love. However, his final years were marked by significant health struggles, including a battle with bladder cancer that slowly weakened him. As his condition deteriorated, public appearances became rare, and he deliberately shielded fans from the pain he was enduring, facing his illness with the same grace and quiet dignity that defined his life. On March 20, 2020, Kenny Rogers passed away peacefully at the age of 81, at home, surrounded by his family. The timing of his passing, just as the COVID-19 pandemic was shutting down the world, meant that his millions of fans had to mourn from afar, but tributes from fellow artists and admirers poured in, celebrating not only his musical achievements but also the man he was behind the microphone. In the end, Kenny's last days were not about chart-topping hits or sold-out arenas, but about love, family, and the peace that comes from knowing when it's time to step back. Perhaps that was his greatest gamble, understanding just like in his famous song, when to hold on, when to fold, and when it was time to go home.